Allahu, 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 Allah.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Ramadan is about to begin, and I think before Ramadan begins it is very important to think about our mindset. So mindset is always important, but now that Ramadan is coming, I want to make you again aware of this. Let's take the source for Islamic information, the Quran, and on this page in Surah Al-Dhariyat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. This means Allah created jinn and mankind only to worship Him. And I think this is one of the most important ayat in the Quran, because it says a lot about how our mindset should be. Worshipping Allah does not mean that you need to pray all day, every day, and that you don't need to do anything else. It means that you need to find ways to worship Allah, and there are dozens of ways in which you can do that. For example, by praying, but also by giving sadaqah, doing other good deeds, helping people. Even if you are cleaning the road to make sure that people are not falling, that's also a form of worshipping Allah. And if we keep that in mind, I want to make a small drawing for you to indicate how our mindset should be. This is the lifetime we have. Here we are 0 years old. This is the time that we were born, and everyone has a lifespan. For some people this might be 60 years, for some people this is 100 years, some people die when they are 20. But let's assume for an average person lives 70 to 80 years now, so let's say 75. Let's say this is an average person who becomes 75 years old, and this is the time that person has to do some actions. Every moment in our life we have the chance to take a decision. Are we going left or right? Are we going to do the good thing, or are we going to do a bad thing? And what Allah also says in the Quran very clearly, multiple times, is that after the life, this is not the end of everything. This is the end of our lives here on this dunya. But after that, you will go either to paradise or you will go to hell. There are only two options. There are not more options. And within this life, we need to take actions to make sure that we get here in paradise and not in hell. Everything you do is impacting this. So when you are young, you are not really you don't really know what you're doing. So in the first years of your life, it's not really impacting the final destination. But after that, if you're doing good deeds, you are getting closer to paradise. If you're doing bad deeds, you're getting closer to hell. No one knows exactly where this line is between the separation between paradise and hell. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that. The only thing we can do is to make sure that we do as much good deeds as possible. So, for example, let's say that it's Ramadan and we decide to fast. Then we are coming closer to paradise again. If we choose not to fast, you're coming closer to hell again. If you read much Quran in Ramadan, which is something important to do, you will get closer to paradise again. And again, I don't know to what extent you really get closer to paradise. The only thing we know for sure is we are getting closer to paradise. Maybe it's this far, maybe it's only this far. We don't know that. That's up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the thing is, we need to make sure that we do as much good deeds as possible always. Don't do it only in Ramadan. Do it especially in Ramadan because it's an extra blessed period. But make sure that you think about this always. Don't waste your time. As you can see here, your time is limited. And it's just like if you have as main goal to be healthy, you're not going to McDonald's every day. So if your main goal is to get into paradise, you're not going to sin every day. Because, of course, we are people. We are all not perfect. But let's try to do as much as possible to get closer to paradise and further away from hell. And inshallah, this can help you to benefit from this. And let's see each other in paradise, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Allah